to the Hampton Gala.
Yeah, hey, what's up? Looking great. Good evening. I think he said good morning. Roll back the tape. All right, good evening. Well, all right. All right, you made it. You made it. Shoes on. You got it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. All prepared and everything.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Those slides may come back on in a minute. Yeah, nobody cares about me either. There goes. I was like, at least get one picture if somebody chooses size. It's not one.
Very nice.
Hi, good evening. How are you? Good evening.
Last name is John.
John? Linda?
Linda.
All right. You're at table 32.
Okay.
You write it down?
Thank you. Sorry. Thank you. Have a good night.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome, you all. I must say, you all look absolutely amazing. I've seen all the dresses and the tux, and you just look beautiful. This is the most attractive crowd I've seen. I'm serious. Hampton produce
You look
beautiful
good.
people.
You put your good teeth in tonight. This is great. Put your good wigs on. We're gonna have some fun tonight. See the eyelashes. Come on now.
They poppin'.
Hey, Bobby!
Jamie's not gonna let y'all breathe tonight.
No,
y'all know
we're
that.
gonna have some fun. We're gonna raise some money too, are we not? Are we not gonna raise some money? We in for great cause.
And most importantly, a leader that is laser focused on bringing the #1 student experience to our students at Hampton University. Mr. Zachary Scott, Miss Rashida Jones, and Miss Melanie Walker. To the Hampton staff and faculty members that are here with us tonight, we thank you for your presence and the work that you do to support our university and the National Hampton Alumni Association. Please join me in welcoming the 13th president of Hampton University and his lovely wife, Myra Richardson Williams, HU 13, President Darrell K. Williams.
campus isn't just a title, it's a promise to lead, to discover, to innovate. We dream in excellence because it's the only language we speak. From groundbreaking research to life-saving breakthroughs, the Hampton Proton Cancer Institute proves that healing fuels
Corporation.
I thought you was coming up to dance. I thought you were about to dance or something. Come on now. All right.
The leadership, service, innovation, and commitment to excellence inspires others to rise to higher heights. It is a privilege to celebrate them tonight. We honor our rising star, Whitney Johnson, class of 2015.
its boundless potential. That's why we deliver the #1 student experience in America, because at Hampton, we don't just educate, we elevate. We mold innovators, healers, creators, stars. From C-suites to Broadway, from labs to launch pads. We don't see limits, just a duty to rise. From the boardroom to the global stage, our graduates don't just take up space, they transform it. The world doesn't just watch our graduates rise, it feels their impact. Because when we move, the world pays excellence.
Well, good evening, Hamptonians. So I noticed that our esteemed president of the National Hampton Alumni Association placed me between you and dinner. And that's not a very comfortable. 1868. 1868. I know that you're hearing a lot these days about what's happening on the national landscape. And it is important, it is significant. But I'll remind all of you that Hampton has endured for over a century and a half. We've seen our share of challenging times before, and we will see this through as well. The state of your university remains very, very strong. A few notable accomplishments that I would point you to. That's why we're here tonight. The last thing I'll say is our home by the sea needs you now as much as ever before. And we will be launching a capital campaign that you will hear more about. I would ask all members of the Hampton University administration to please stand. All members of the administration, please stand. You will be hearing from Dr. Mark Newman, our Chief Advancement Officer, and a world report that talked about the top 20 colleges and universities in America, regardless of category, in terms of percent of alumni giving. Your Hampton University, not too far behind Yale and Harvard and Stanford and others, was the number 18 school in the entire United States for percent of alumni giving. And it's all because of you. 1A.
$6 million, first time in its history in 1 year.
You asked me for. The other thing you asked me for, yes, I'm Baptist. And it's about this time in the Baptist church when we pass the collection plate. Everybody's excited, everybody feels good, and recognize our Board of Trustee members. And I do it in this vein. You, alumni, as I went into my first year as president, asked me for 3 things. One, you asked me for greater transparency. And one part of that transparency was, we at least want to know who our Board of Trustee members are. You can find that on our website now, and we're going to introduce them to you this evening. And so again, I'd ask Mr. Michael Armstrong to please stand and give him a round of applause. The 1st of July, Michael would become the chairman of our Board of Trustees. So Mr. Zach Scott, where are you, sir? Please give him a round of applause, another of our Board of Trustee members who works with our fundraising committee. Miss Melanie Parker, who recently joined the board with us. already making a tremendous impact. And then I think many of you all have seen that Ms. Rashida Jones recently joined the board as well. Thank you, Rashida, for everything that you do. And then there are a few more from the general
cocktails at the bar. So Diageo, for those who don't know, is the largest spirits and beer company in the world. We make brands such as Johnny Walker, Bailey's, Ciroc, De Leon, Tanqueray, Bullets, Casamigos.
They are financially secure, but we're here to make sure that you understand the financial security doesn't end. And we're so pleased to launch critical illness, life insurance, and accidental.
You should talk to my ex-wife about that one. Unforgettable. It's not happening with that alimony. Oh, never mind, forget about it. Just forget about that alimony. How about that? How about that? How are we feeling tonight? We feeling a good time? We having a good time thus far? Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Okay. Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
Yo.
Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. John Wickham. Yeah. Class of 1978, as this year's Life is Singing honoree.
1978 where?
No. You wasn't even a thing in 1960. Wasn't even a thought. As a gifted educator, mentor, and artist, Dr. Wickham has devoted her life to nurturing talent and enriching minds. Her presence inspired and brought joy to so many. Tonight we honor and celebrate the excellence and enduring impact of Dr. Joan Wickham. Let's take a look at her story.
Dr. Joan Teresa McMillan Wickham is one of those rare souls whose life is defined by purpose, passion, and profound dedication. Born in Columbia, South Carolina, Joan's journey began with a calling to teach, to serve, and to lead. From her days as a student at Hampton Institute to earning
Before I begin my speech, I have to acknowledge my family, my cousins, May, my voice professor, Dr. Walter Lovett, mentor and friend, and Dr. Michael McIntosh, and numerous others who helped to mold me into the educator and person I am today. It is also because of Hampton, did you hear me? Because of Hampton, that I was able to meet so many of our fellow alumni throughout the country.
Has helped build a legacy. Now, the Builder Award will be presented to Mr. Leonard Butch Powell. Where is he? Such a pleasure to meet you. Class of 1966. Yeah. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. Through decades of dedication to Hampton University, Mr. Powell has shaped and strengthened the foundation upon which so many have built their dreams. His service has preserved the legacy of Hampton in profound and lasting ways. So please join us in applauding these distinguished Hamptonians as they remind. This year's Legacy Builder Award goes to Mr. Leonard Butch Powell. A true pillar of the Hampton community. You are a true legacy builder by touching the lives of so many Hamptonians, past, present, and future, just by doing what you do. So please, let's take a moment to watch our video for Mr. Powell.
There are people whose names are known, and then there are those whose impact is felt. Leonard Butch Powell is both. A proud alumnus of Hampton University's class of 1966, Butch Powell is not just an alumnus, he is a cornerstone. A man whose heart beats for his community, whose hands have reached out in service, and whose legacy echoes far and wide.
My name is Callie Zoe Powell. Hi, Brenda.
My name is Mike Powell. I'm Leonard Bush Powell's son. And I'm so happy for this opportunity to recognize my dad as a legacy builder for Hampton University. When I think about my dad, I can think about so many moments, personally and professionally, that we've shared. But one of the most memorable moments that I've had with him recently is going to the Hampton Howard game in Washington, D.C. a few months ago. He and I and Callie went together. We all had on our Hampton University gear. And man, when he walked into that arena, you couldn't tell him anything. He was walking around holding her hand with the biggest smile on his face. I almost felt like that was his daughter. I felt a little bit jealous because I wanted to walk her around and show her all.
After serving his country with distinction in the United States Army, he went on to build Powell Consulting Group, leaving an indelible mark in fields from cybersecurity to artificial intelligence. But his greatest work was never confined to boardrooms. It was in the lives he lifted, the students he sponsored, and the communities he poured his heart into.
Hi, I'm Rashida Jones, and not only am I the president of the Butch Powell Fans Club, but I'm also a close family friend. Butch is making a mark on the world because he's not only been a powerhouse executive running his own company, but he sets the example for what it looks like to give back. He set the example of what it looks like to really care for and nurture the relationship that we all should have with our home by the sea. Not only mentoring students, providing financial support, but also being a role model of what a real, true giving alumni looks like.
One unique thing I'd like to share with you about Mr. Powell was a wedding invitation I got from him. In the invitation, it asks you in lieu of gifts, send a contribution to Hampton University. He is a genuine Hamptonian. He uses his resources, time, contacts, and money to support the mission and vision of the university.
To Hampton, he is a true blue visionary, a class leader who not only inspires generosity, but embodies it by providing funding and opportunities for students who, like him, simply needed someone to believe in.
Hey, Hampton family. My name is Siraj Hassan, and I am excited to be a part of this tribute to Mr. Leonard Butch Powell. I call him Pop. He has been a mentor in my life for well over 25 years. We started a nonprofit organization 20 years ago focused on helping youth. We were in our early 20s, and you were there, the first person that was there supporting us, pushing us, investing in us, helping lead the way. And so, well over 20,000 youth today have been impacted because of your support.
Butch, congratulations on this award, which is well deserved. You have inspired us all over all these years to be more involved in our university, to give of our time, our talents, and our funds. Thank you for all that you do and are doing. And I love you.
Thanks so much, Uncle Butch. Congratulations again. And your example truly teaches us to give back is not about giving what you have, but more about giving back who you are. And that's what you do for Hampton University, and we love you for it.
Butch is never he simply lives, boldly, consistently. And for that, we honor him with an NHAA Incorporated Legacy Builder Award. We do so not just for what he's done, but for who he is. A man of integrity, a man of vision, a man of service.
Everyone, please give a round of applause to our 2025 Legacy Builder, Mr. Leonard Powell.
Hello, Hampton. 18. I don't know why President Williams started that, because a lot of folks are getting confused. They saw my name in 1966, and they think I was born in 1868. I gotta start this by acknowledging the best, absolutely the best team on earth. That's the protocol team who worked to make this possible. Lord knows they are the best. I just couldn't get up here without acknowledging them. Thank you all so much. They told me, Carl told me she knows my son Mike. And Carl must not have had a conversation with Mike, because Mike would have told you, don't let my dad go to the mic. The last time I spoke at one of these, you all talked about 3 minutes. One old guy sitting at the table there went to sleep. And I told the guy sitting beside him, I said, would you nudge that old fella and wake him up? He said, hell, you put him to sleep, you wake him up. So I'm gonna try not to put you to sleep tonight. I stand here accepting this award, but it's really not mine. I'm the holder of it. I'm the caretaker of it. And I will keep it, and I will share it. But it's really not mine, because we're here talking about legacy. And legacy means something that came before. But legacy is like that Italian goddess Janus, who has one facing back and one facing forward. Legacy is looking back, but it's also looking forward to the future. So let me talk about legacy in terms of what it means to me. And in this night that we'll talk about giving, a student emergency fund, helping people through hard times. And these are some damn hard times we living in. I mean, and they get worse every day. President Williams, on the way over here, I was reading a text that I got from somebody, and they talking about Pell Grants. That they are under siege. What's going to happen to our HBCUs if we lose the Pell Grants? Hard times. And folks, events like tonight, we can help buffer those hard times. So hit those QR codes and do something. I also got to acknowledge folk in my life. And a lot of you all say, but you really looking good. A lot of you all say, but you really looking good. But before you say it too many times, know that my wife is in here. Don't go getting carried away. Just want to be clear. I want to acknowledge this tonight is special to me. And if y'all start playing that music, I'm just going to start dancing. So you can play all you want. My high school class, I graduated in the last class from Phoenix Hall. It was then Phoenix High, University's campus. I was in the last class. 25 of my classmates gave money for the Student Emergency Fund tonight. 25. One of my classmates has 4 children. I'm Uncle Butch to all of them. I'm Uncle Butch to 1,000 people. But all 4 of his kids gave $250. And he gave $2,000 for tonight. They understand the times that we are living in. But let me tell you how I came to understand student emergency funds and why the night is so meaningful to me. My mother, 19 years old, had not been to high school in one day in her life. She lived in rural King and Queen County, Virginia, where the high school was near Tappahannock, about 60 miles away. And they had to have boarding schools, because you couldn't commute there with no horse and buggy. So the family, my grandmother had 11 children at the time. They could not afford to send my mother to school. But for some reason, churches from 3 counties and poor, uneducated black people reached in their mason jars where they hid their money, in their handkerchiefs where they tied money up, pulled up the rugs where they hid money under the rugs. They just reached into wherever it was to give my mother money to send her to high school. That's student emergency funds. Larry and Ricky, your dad was one of those people who helped to send my mother to school. And then just going to school, they didn't stop when she got there. 2 months before her 21st birthday and the time that she was to graduate, my grandmother had a 12th child. 2 hours after my uncle was born, the house burned down. My family lost everything, including 9 children. My mother had no place to go. My parents had to move, my mother had to move in with my grandparents, my family. And they couldn't feed another mouth. They had no jobs. 21 years old. So those people reached into their coffers once more and put together money and sent my mother to Plainfield, New Jersey to find work. And because they did, I'm here. I am standing on the shoulders of a student emergency fund. So we need to help our students. That's what we do when we call ourselves a community. We help each other. We got each other's back. I had another little emergency, a little situation in my life where hard times came busting through my door. I had just retired from the Army and was starting a business. Nothing was working for me. I had never done it before. I had never looked for a job. And I hit that proverbial wall. And I couldn't go no more. I was getting ready to quit. Give it up. To give up my dream. And there's a lady sitting in here who wouldn't let me quit. She was my classmate at Hampton, class of 66, and she would not let me quit. And because of her, I'm standing here. Pat, stand up. This award belongs to you. Michael, you wouldn't have a job. You'll probably be working in Trump Tower somewhere. But that's looking back. And if a legacy is only about looking back, it's not a legacy, it's a history lesson. This morning, I had breakfast with Dr. Newman. And Mark said something about tonight, and he said, leaving footprints in the sands of time. I say, Mark, I don't want to leave any darn footprints in the sands of time. I own a beach. And the tide, I lost 50 feet of beach in the last few years. The tides come in and wash the beach away and wash the footprints away. I don't want my footprints to be washed away. I'm etching my footprint in stone. Like the caveman do. You go in the caves and you can still see it. They're not going to be washed away by the tide. So leave your footprint so they can last. Make a difference where it can last. And it only lasts because of what we do. Let me tell you how I know it lasts. In 2015, a young woman named Akara Stewart went to Hampton. Bright young lady on scholarship. The spring semester of her freshman year, she discovered that she'd been walking around for 2 years with MS. Hard times came busting through her door. She was so preoccupied with her situation that she couldn't study and her grades fell. She lost her scholarship. Her family had to scramble and put together something to keep her in school. Some of you, there's one, at least one, Ed Fisher's over there, true blue Hamptonian. At homecoming, 2016, the true blue Hamptonians, Joan, you remember us? We gave Akara a nice little check. Akara came back to Hampton in a wheelchair with her mother. Her mother went to classes with her. Her mother took notes for her. Her mother helped her to study. And Akara found her way and got grounded again. She never got her scholarship back, but she took student loans, and I would say she's paid them all back. Akara didn't just come back, she came back with a steely determination. She graduated from Hampton in 3 years. Met the love of her life, and tonight Akara had a gender reveal party. Did she text? No, she was supposed to text us to let us know what the baby is, and we didn't get a text. But it's a boy. Y'all already know, how come I don't know? No, that's not my head. I text the wrong number? So, this belongs to Akara. Then it belongs to some other people because we are looking forward. And we are looking that maybe my life touched somebody who can touch somebody else so I can live when I'm dead. So let's start with my son, Michael, and my surrogate son, Ed Fisher. President Williams, you were there hugging up on him last week. I remember 3 weeks ago, they were sweating like a big deal because it looked like their class wasn't going to meet the goal. Sunday morning last week, I got a text at 5 a.m. They had exceeded their goal because of the steely leadership of Ed Fisher's lifetime. That's paying it forward. That's paying it forward. There's a young man in here that came all the way from Detroit to be with me tonight, one of my surrogate sons. A couple of months ago, I was in Washington at a ceremony honoring him. He had received the Lifetime Achievement Award signed by President Joe Biden. another guy in here who won't let me get old. I know y'all think I am old, but I'm not. Corey Casey makes me get up in the morning at 4 o'clock, makes me come up with new ideas and new projects. Let's do this. Come on, Mr. P, come on, Mr. P, come on, Mr. P. And so Corey is just pushing and leading the way to make sure the legacy lives on. And we, every time we talk, we're gonna build here, we're gonna build there. Corey is always on it. Corey, this belongs to you as well. And then I'm gonna shut this thing down. One of the people that I had a conversation with a couple months ago, and he calls me Uncle Butch and says, Uncle Butch, I've been knowing you all my life. I've been watching you all my life. I've been hearing my mother talk about you. My mother was a classmate, and I've been hearing my mother talk about you all my life, and I am inspired by you. Uncle Butch, I want to walk in your footsteps. So Uncle Butch, I'm pledging that at my next reunion, I'm going to give Hampton $100,000. Stand up, Mickey. They had a saying, I'm not an icebox, I can't keep nothing. So yeah, don't be telling me you're going to do something because I'm talking about it. So folks, I will thank you very much. The night is special to me. I sent out letters to over 200 people, and they have responded. I believe tonight a total number of my friends exceeding 75. I don't have the final number yet, but I think more than 75 people gave money for this event, and I think that number is going to exceed $30,000. Thank you much, Anthony.
Are giving, please. I direct your mics in the back. I'm looking for hands. It's a little hard for me to see, but
son gets a junior at Hampton, who I paid his tuition. So on top of that, on top of the money I already get for being a member of the board of trustees, but on behalf of my wife, my classmate, over A, class of '92, Lori Hall Armstrong, who's also Gamma Theta Spring '92. And I'm, of course, GE Spring '92. And on behalf of my late father-in-law, who played football at Hampton, was a quarterback in the early '60s. The Armstrong family would like to donate $5,000 to the Armstrong family.
Oh, Hampton and thoughts from heaven above.
Dr. Joan Wickham, also a past president of the National Hampton Alumni Association, and Mr. Leonard Butch Powell. We congratulate them all for their remarkable achievement and their lasting contributions to Hampton University. Also tonight, there are several past honorees in the room, and we're grateful for your presence, and we're honored by your presence. To our chairman.
Tonight? We did this tonight?
Oh, wow.
Does that mean tonight?
Come on, Anthony.
All right, give yourselves a round of applause for those who've donated. If you haven't donated yet, there's a QR code on your table, please. Anything you have done? Go next, go next. All right. All right. All right. Never mind, we're going to talk about that later. All right.
Somebody say, man, what? That's so loud. I must have superpowers.
Yeah.